Hi guys. So I'm doing an impromptu live. I didn't tell you guys or anything, but I've got all my stuff out, and so I am going to try something new here. I've got okay, so I got a new silhouette cameo for my birthday, which is at the beginning of November. I haven't gotten it out or played with it or anything yet. So today I pulled it out of the box because, for one, I wanted to make sure it worked. It didn't need to go back to the factory. Two, I wanted to make sure that I could figure out how to use it. So I cut this really cute stencil. It did cut through the stencil material, but I think it's salvageable, so I'm going to try it. This is a image, a design that I purchased off of, I can't remember. I'll try to think of what the name of it is. Kylie Lee or something like that. Um, so, and this is my first time of using contact paper as transfer tape as well. So I am going to do a stencil on top of my wood, but I'm also, what I'm going to try today, and the reason why I'm coming live, I figured, you know what, let's try it online, and if it doesn't work, then it doesn't work. It's not that big of a deal. So I'm actually going to try a buffalo plaid pattern with some tape. So I'm just using this really thin, I think it's maybe 1-inch painter's tape. I have a lot of different tape because we just redid our kitchen, so I have lots of thick blue painter's tape. But I figured with my board being as small as it is, I think this will be a good pattern for us. So we're going to attempt it. So once you pop on, come in and say hi. I see I've got some people out there watching. Hopefully you had a great Sunday. It is going to be a little loud in my background. My little guy's here playing with his construction trucks, and TV's going and stuff. So regardless, I am going to go ahead and get started. So if you're out there, say hi so I can see. I'm actually, okay, so I'm going to do buffalo plaid too with green and black, and then I'm going to do my letters with white. I'm going to try a little different because I always see the buffalo plaid with, red and black or white and black, but I want to see what it's going to look like with green. So I've got festive green, white, and black. So nothing special there. So let's see, grab one of my paintbrushes here. So with the idea of the buffalo plaid with the tape is you basically have 3 different shades of the, you have a light, a medium, and then the dark. So I'm going to do the festive green as my light, and then I'm going to mix the green and the black together to make kind of the medium shade, and then I'm going to do black over the top of it. So let's get started and see what it looks like. This is just a scrap piece of wood out in my garage. I don't even know what the dimensions are. This is a 1x6, but I don't know how long it is. So it was a scrap piece, and it didn't really look like it needed to be sanded, so I didn't even mess with it. So bonus points if you know what we're watching. Hi, Becky. Bonus points if you know what we're watching on TV. Hopefully I don't get in trouble by Facebook and they mute me. But like I said, I'm just going to do this festive green as the background color. And hopefully Facebook doesn't mute me. So has anybody done this tutorial before with the buffalo plaid? I hope I can remember how to do it. So basically going to do 1 coat of this green. I might do a second coat. I'm not sure. When you're painting on wood, the paint soaks in really, really fast. So you just kind of got to go with it. And if you're having troubles with paint spreading on wood, if you dip your paintbrush into the water just a tiny, tiny bit, it will help it spread. Let me grab some more green. So I've never done this before, so this is a trial and error to see if I like this version of it. Hopefully I can, like I said, hopefully I can remember how to do it. I tend to mess up sometimes when I'm using stencils and stuff, so we'll see. I mean, it takes, not necessarily mess up, but it just takes me a lot of thought and process to make sure that I'm doing it the right way. Are you guys all having a good Sunday? This pink thing here, this is a silicone mat. My husband also bought this at the same time that I got my new my silhouette machine, and I haven't used them yet, so I pulled them out. I'm on my craft table, so sorry guys. I really don't care if I get paint on it, but I thought I'd see how they work here. Okay, so I'm not going to worry about the sides or anything, and I think that's good. So we're just going to fan this off a minute and let it dry. So this green is the Festive Green. It's a Deco Art brand, but you could pretty much use any color. This is what I had, so that's what I'm using. I hope you all had a great Thanksgiving. And we had Thanksgiving and then turned around and had birthday party for my little guy. He just turned 3. So it was fun. Like I said, I'm just letting this dry just a minute because I don't want to put tape on wet paint. We're almost there. This is another way to do kind of like a fake stain as well. So if you ever want to stain a piece of wood and you don't have stain or you don't want to mess with going to buy it, you could take some just regular acrylic craft paint, water it down, and paint it on, and then wipe it off with a paper towel, and it will look very much like a stain. It'll go into the wood grain. It's pretty cool. So you can do that with brown. I mean, if you wanted it brown or whatever, you could do it with brown. You could do it with red. You can kind of see what I'm talking about here, where it's real light coat there. Now, I didn't sand this board or anything, so I don't know if the tape's going to stick to it well or not, so we'll see. But you can tell, if I get it up a little closer, you can see where the wood is, or the wood grain is coming through. It's kind of what it looks like when you do like a faux stain. I'm using StreamYard as well for my video, and I don't pay for this subscription, so that's why it says powered by StreamYard up in the corner. I like the split screen on this, so you can actually see me and you can see what I'm doing. So besides the fact that I think my camera's flipped. So hopefully when I do the words, this is what I'm going to do the stencil, Merry and Bright. This is an image or a design that I purchased. Thought it was super cute. I like the hand lettering look. I am horrible at hand lettering, and even though I took those classes from the gal, I don't remember where she lives, but she had a bunch of classes and I took like every one of them, but I'm still terrible at it. So I'm not looking forward to going back to work tomorrow. I was really kind of enjoying the break. So I think I'm pretty good here. I think it's going to be okay. Let's go ahead and start with the tape. So I am not a very big, I'm not a very big measurer, I guess is the way to say it. So, all right. Do I want to go? See, this is where I'm having troubles already. I can't remember which way to go here. Okay. So should I start going up and down, or should I start it this way? I think we'll go long. Get this green paint out of the way so I don't end up sticking my arm in it. So I'm going to start in the middle here. Well, or whatever I feel like is the middle. Like I said, I don't really measure stuff, so it is going to be what it is. And we'll just see how this comes out. So I said I don't measure, but I will take a little piece just as a So it gives me just a little bit of a guide on how wide to go. Has anybody done this before? Go ahead and leave that up here. See, that's why I'm glad I went ahead and with this smaller tape, because if I would have went with the 2-inch tape, I don't think we would have got much buffalo plaid looking out of it. All right. So, actually, I'm going to put the tape over here. So I'm going to keep that little spacer. Again, Darian got new toys, and so one of them is a dump truck that can hold 50 pounds. His aunt and uncle got that for him. And then the other one that makes lots and lots of noise is a remote control car. And he also got a bunch of construction pieces that you put all together, and it makes like a excavator, and it has a bunch of stuff. So basically I'm mixing the black and the green together. I just want a little bit darker color. Now we're gonna see, because I always forget which way I'm supposed to do the tape. So this is trial and error. You guys are gonna be able to see whether or not I totally biffed this up. Dee Dee, stay out of those cupcakes. You already had one. So, all right. You don't need a lot of paint, but I'm just gonna go over this so it's a little bit darker color. Can you see how it's just a little bit darker shade of green? And all I did was mix my black and the green together. So that's going to be kind of my medium shade. And do this little piece up here. Who likes buffalo plaid? I know my cousin popped on my page the other day and said she didn't even know what buffalo plaid was. And I was like, I'm sure she knows what it is. She's just probably never heard it called that. So, honey, can you get him? Okay, I'm gonna let that dry for a second. So all I did was I put my tape down, and then I painted the darker color over the top of it. So we're gonna see. This is where it gets me. We're gonna see. What are you guys all doing on Sunday? Anything? Just yes. See, I know you know what it is. It's the checkered. It's the red and black checkered, or the white and black. I'm actually doing green. I'm just seeing what it looks like. So I think it's gonna. Well, I'm crossing my fingers. I remember how to do this tape the right way, because sometimes I, especially with all my distractions here. We'll see. Anyway. And I am glad that I chose the smaller tape instead of the 2-inch tape. So, okay, I think that's pretty good. I'm gonna take these pieces of tape up, but I'm going to keep these. I'm not gonna throw them away because I'm gonna use them again here in a second. So, okay. Got the 3. I'm I get my tape out here. Now I'm gonna, okay, I didn't let that piece dry very good. I just got it all over my hand. But that's okay. We'll let him dry for a second. Regardless, I have a really cool black and or green and dark green striped right now, so that's cool. So now I'm gonna go again. I'm gonna find my middle, or what I feel like is the middle. That looks like a good spot. I hope you guys can hear me okay. All right, so I'm gonna put my little spacer in there just so I have a general idea. I have my helper leaning on me right now. A big helper. Dee Dee, you want to tell them how old you turned?
Oh, yeah.
How old did you turn? How old are you? Huh? You're not 6.
Oh.
How old did you turn?
Wait.
That way? Oh, you turned 3. Why are you standing on all my paint? Get off of it. Thank you. Now we have to pick it up so we don't spill it on the floor. Okay. No, I am doing something right now. Oh, he just turned 3, so you guys didn't catch that. I'm going to go ahead and put it on the edge here because it still does the pattern. Take my spacer out here, and I'll go over here to this other side. See if this is dry. It's not quite dry yet. There's one piece that's like a little bit wet still. That's all right. That's okay though. This is a trial board, so. All right, we're getting close here. All right, we're getting close, we're getting close. It's gonna be, okay, well, that one lined up pretty good, so I'm not gonna worry about putting a piece over there on that side. All right, so now I'm gonna take the same green and black mixture that I just did, and I'm gonna paint over it. And this is where I feel like it's gonna look weird, but we're gonna cross our fingers that I'm doing this the right way. All right, we're going for it because I feel like this is not right. Okay, well, this is the trial one, so it's okay if it's wrong. We'll just flip it over and try it again. I feel like it's wrong, but I'm gonna cross my fingers that it turns out good. Okay, what do you guys think? It looks wrong, so I have faith in you. Thank you. it looks okay. I'm hoping. Okay, all I'm doing again, I'm just mixing in some of my black with the green, just to get kind of a medium shade. It looks a little questionable here. So my Silhouette 4, does anybody have a Silhouette Cameo 4? I just got it for my birthday. I just plugged it in today, and I cut a stencil with it. I'm still having troubles with the auto. I've never used that auto blade on it. I have the original Silhouette Cameo machine that came out years ago, and have used it, and I actually still have it plugged in and was still using it because I was a little nervous about plugging this brand new one in because it's a little bit more fancier and has a lot more functions on it. So, but I plugged it in today for one because I needed to make sure it worked, so I didn't have to return it. But it seems to work. I just don't know how to use the auto blade, and so I had to cut my stencil a couple different times because it just didn't. It cut right through my stencil material. So, anyways, okay. So I'm gonna let this dry, and then you can kind of see. I'm gonna get this a little closer because I'm losing some light in here, so I don't know if you can see this, but you can kind of see where the dark and the light is on here. When this dries, I'm gonna go back and put my tape back where it was. Are you giving Daddy some love?
Yeah, Mom.
Yeah, Mom. All right. So I've got some areas here where my tape's not really stuck down the best. Hopefully it doesn't bleed too bad, but it's okay if it does because like I said, again, this is a trial. I'm okay with it if it doesn't turn out. I keep saying that to myself. Okay with it. All right, so after I put the tape back down, I'm leaving this tape on. I'm not going to take this tape off. I am going to put my tape back where I originally had it. And then my third color is going to be black. So I'm just kind of waiting for this to dry. It's still got a little bit tacky there. So I'm gonna let that dry for a second. So does anybody else have a Cameo or a Cricut machine or anything like that? Mine is, like I said, I have the original one, and I was always kind of scared of stencils. Like I've done them with my craft groups and stuff before, but I would never use the right kind of material. I always just used what I had, which most of the time was like contact paper. But I went all out this time, and I'm like trying the stencil paper stuff because it's pretty easy. I will show you one of the projects I did last night. This is going to be one of my DIY kits. So if you're interested, let me know. I did just do one solid color for the buffalo plaid on this one, but it's super cute. This is about 11-inch round. It'd make a good just leaner on the wall. Or you could put it on your door, I suppose, but it's super cute. I do have some kits available for that. And I am going to be in a 12 days of Christmas party here on Facebook, and it is a basically a bunch of us ladies and gentlemen. I'm not sure if there's men in there or not that are doing artists, but we are doing a project for the 12 days of Christmas. So there's some people that are going live and there's some people that have recorded videos. And I did a Christmas wreath with 5 golden rings on it. So I'll post a link in this video after we're done. And if you want to join that group, it's free to join. There's also, it's a little different. This one's going to have a shop in it. So whoever's selling kits or art or whatever, it'll be in there. So it'll be kind of fun. Okay, so I think that's dry enough. I'm going to go back on here where my light one is, where my tape was originally. So I'm going to try to get it as close as I can here. It might not be exactly perfect, but it'll be close. All right, there's the first one. How about you guys? What is windier than crud here? I'm in Kansas. I'm not sure where all you guys are at, but it is so windy today. It's ridiculous. Okay. And our neighbors across the street, they were putting their Christmas lights on. Now, I've already got my Christmas tree up. I don't have any balls on it or anything like that, but and actually, I'm not even sure if I'm going to decorate my Christmas tree because I kind of like it just with the lights on it. So we'll see. I might just leave it alone. Okay, so now I've got the tape back on there, kind of in the general area where it was. I have not rinsed out my brush. By the way, I'm just using a like a 1-inch flat brush. You could use a foam brush or a sponge, whatever you got. So now I'm taking the black and I'm just thinning it out just a little bit because I don't want a ton of paint. And pretty much everywhere where it's open, I'm going to put some black. And then we get to see if I messed up the tape placement. Again, this was a scrap piece of wood. I did not sand it or anything, so the tape is lifting in a few spots, but it's not too bad. I think we'll be fine. If anything, I can just sand it a little bit and it'll be a rustic sign. Thank you for hanging with me. I still got some people watching. Are you guys curious to see what it's going to end up looking like? It's the same in Oklahoma panel. Yes, I don't know what the deal is. It's like super windy. Yesterday it was kind of cold. And today it's like super windy. So a Cricut Explorer 1, is that, Becky, will that cut like the leather earrings and stuff that I see people do? Or do you have to have a maker, a Cricut maker for that? Okay. So if you are local to me and this turns out and you want to do a party, let me know. I'd be happy to set up and have people come here, or we can go there. I don't anymore since COVID, but if you're comfortable enough, we could wear masks. And if you're really comfortable, then we don't have to wear masks. So, okay, we got the black in there. What do you think? You think it's gonna? Yes, because I have a few wood pieces to paint. Yes. The maker cuts leather, fabric, embosses, and engraves. Oh wow. I've never had a Cricut machine. I've used them before, but I never liked the fact. Okay, so I've used the original ones where you had to put the cartridge in, And I really liked the fact that you had to buy a bunch of cartridges. That's the reason why I bought a silhouette in the first place, because um, you could take any image offline, and as long as you know have the rights to use it or whatever, you're not just copying stuff and then trying to sell it. Um, but you could use any fonts, things like that that you have that might not be in the Cricut thing. But the Silhouette Design Studio will let you use that, and you could trace images. So, like if you wanted a truck, you could go take a truck image off of line and put it in the Silhouette program, and then it would trace it, and then you'd have, a truck. So, okay, who's ready to see if this turns out? I think the black is. Let's cross our fingers that we did not mess up the tape. Because if so, we're going to have a bunch of blobs of weird colors, but that's okay. I think it's good. All right, here we go. The real truth is coming out now. Oh, it's working. More. Guys, yay! Okay, so I have a little bleed from my black, but that's okay. We can sand it down. Guys, it turned out! It's so cute! I think it's why I'm so scared to sell my cross, because of the rights. It looks so wonderful. Ah, look at that! Just makes me happy. Look at that, guys. Look how that turned out. See, I got a little bit of bleeding here, but I don't care. And it's still wet, so I might even be able to, oops, now that I just put sawdust or something on it, might even be able to, no, don't touch it. That just makes it smear more. So I'm being asked to ask you guys, what should we have for supper? What sounds good for dinner? Oh my gosh, this looks so good, guys. I'm pretty impressed with this. I was a little nervous there when the tape looked weird. Yay! Okay, so now let's see if I can transfer. Okay, so the sides, like I said, this is a rough piece of wood. It's not even sanded or anything, so I'm getting like sawdusty stuff from it. So I'm gonna let this dry for just a second. And now we're gonna see how transferring a vinyl stencil or a stencil with contact paper works, because I use the Hobby Lobby brand transfer tape, and no, I would never subject anybody to that again. I'm doing some trial and error on materials now, because I want to find the perfect thing for you guys that makes it the easiest. If I'm doing DIY kits that have a stencil on it, I want to make sure it's like the easiest way possible for you to do it. So, okay, this is pretty dry. It's just those couple spots that are where I got all the lines there. Oh gosh, this is so freaking cute. Look at this. This is so cute. Wow. All right, that makes me happy. Okay, so here's my stencil. I've already got the transfer tape on it, and you can see, like, I have not figured out, I don't know if you're gonna be able to see that or not, but I have not figured out the settings on this new auto cut blade. So I might put my ratchet blade back in there. Um, so now I'm going to put this, okay, love the wood grain coming through. I know, it's so cute. Uh, thanks, Jess. Okay, so now we're gonna do a stencil. I'm gonna paint this white. So here goes nothing on trying with the contact paper for transfer tape. So basically I gotta get my white backing off. You wanna help me paint?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, I got a couple pieces here that are not wanting to come up. So, whoa, whoa, whoa. Can you get off of me, please? All right, it's probably not good to put your fingers all over the sticky part, but it is what it is right now. Like I said, this is another one of my, okay, so it pretty much stayed on there. So now I've got my stencil on my transfer tape, and let's see how hard this is to get it off of this tape. Again, we're gonna cross our fingers to see if this works. Dee Dee, can you get off of your truck, please? I don't want you to bust your face. All right, that looks like a good enough spot. All right, so I have an old gift card. Just because I want to make sure that those middles of those letters, that's the only reason I'm using the transfer tape right now, is so I can make sure the middle of the letters stay. When I peel this up, it stays. So now I've got to take the tape off of the stencil pretty much, and the coloring is really, I'm actually getting it. Oh yeah, there we go. Okay. This is what you guys get to see my frustration with transfer tape. I haven't figured out the best one to use yet, so if you have a good suggestion, throw it out there to me. So my next resort is to start buying stuff off of Amazon. So I think it's, but I just hate to buy such a big old giant thing of it and then it doesn't work. So if you can assure me that you've used something in the past that works, well, let me know before I buy it, because I hate buying stuff and then it's like, oh, sorry, you're stuck with it because you opened it and cut it. And then you have a bunch of it and you're like, what am I going to do with this stuff? All right, so all right, this is challenging. This is my challenging project here. Sorry about the table shaking. get those letters down. Now, I'm pretty sure I bought some Oracle transfer tape somewhere, but I don't know where I put it. I gotta find it. It's in my craft room somewhere, I'm sure. All right. Thanks for ask Katie. Okay. I have found if you use it, you hold it flat down and roll helps. Okay. This contact paper must have been like super sticky or something. It is like totally taking up the whole thing here. All right, we're getting close. We're getting it now. I'm gonna have to turn some lights on because I can't see anything now. My lighting is getting darker and darker in here. Might have to turn my lamp back on. Ryan to the rescue. Just turn the overhead light on. When I first started this project, the sun was coming in great through my window. The sun must be behind the clouds now. All right. So we're almost halfway there, taking this off. We don't have too many more letters that have little pieces in them. A friend of mine swears by this kind of stuff, but this might not be the right kind either, so. I appreciate you sticking with me if you're still out there. What about the cheap contact paper from the Dollar Tree? Maybe it won't stick so bad. I think that this is what this might be. It was something that I found in my craft stash, so I don't know. I might not even be using the right type, so. But again, this is why I'm doing these trial and errors, because I want to make sure that I use the right stuff for you guys so it's not so challenging to where you don't want to ever do this. And I promise it normally doesn't act like this. So when you're using stencils, it's not normally this difficult. So please ignore this process of me struggling getting my tape off of my stencil. At this point, probably should have just taken it straight off the paper instead of putting the tape on it. This is why we do trial and error stuff though, so we can see if it works or not. Okay, we're almost done. And then we get to do the fun stuff, the painting stuff. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. We're there. Whew. That was tough. Now, I'm just going to make sure that this is all down nice and smooth. Okay, I got my stencil down now. Uh-oh, what happened?
Mommy.
What?
Mommy.
What do you got all over you? No. Oh no, did you get hurt? What happened? Did you get burned? Oh gosh darn it. Can you go find the wipies and let's wipe you off so we don't have blue all over everything? Get them, they're right over there. Thank you. Please, you got it blue. You look like Cookie Monster. So, what? Oh, you're a dino? Okay. A T-Rex dino. Okay. All right. So now that I think I got my stencil down pretty good, try to get out some of the little bubbles that I got in there from me being challenged on trying to take off the tape. See, this is okay. All right, good enough. Only took 5,000 hours to do. Just kidding, it didn't take that long, but felt like it did. All right, now I'm gonna go in here with some white, and I am gonna be very careful on some of these spots because I know that it's gonna bleed underneath it because I've got some bubbles. So I'm gonna have to be really careful with this one. And if it does bleed or feather or whatever you want to call it, it's okay. Again, this is the trial one, but I am super impressed with this buffalo plaid. No, Dee Dee, that one goes to the other computer. So I'm gonna go in here with a makeup sponge. This is a Dollar Tree makeup sponge. So all I'm doing, I don't know if you can see this or not, but I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna slide my paint over so you can see. So I've got some of the white on there. I know you can't really see. I don't know if you can see it or not. I got some white paint here. I'm gonna put a little bit on my sponge, and I'm just gonna basically offload it or take a lot of that paint off. So it's got a little bit of paint left on it. I don't know, it's hard to see because it's white, but it's got a little bit on here. So then when I come back in, all I'm gonna do is real light coats, and I'm gonna go right where that stencil is, and I'm gonna try to be careful right up here because I didn't give myself very much leeway up there. See, and I got a spot right there that keeps coming up. So that's why this is going to be a rustic one. I'm going to sand it a little bit, I think. Get all those spots that are a little. So, okay. So we're doing a little, goodness, Jennifer. So all I'm doing is just dabbing up and down, and I'm doing really, really light coats of this, and then I'm going to let this dry for a second, and I'm going to do another coat. We're going to see if that white looks okay or if I need to go in with another coat. So I think 2 coats might work for this. But I'm using very, very little paint. Alright, still got a couple people on here, so hey, thanks for hanging out with me, watching me fight with transfer tape. I know you guys just really want to see what it's going to look like. All right, let's let that see. I got a bubble right there, so it's probably going to bleed right there and probably right there. That's all right. Okay, so let's let that dry for a second. Can you guys see where it says Marion Bright? This is going to be super cute, even with all the challenging stuff here. I mentioned that I am so not looking forward to going back to work tomorrow. Tomorrow's Monday, right? All right, so we're going here with the second coat. This, you need very little paint to do this with. I think 2 coats will be fine. I don't think I need to do much more than this. And these are not chalk paints, the Waverly paint or anything like that. This is just regular craft paint. So when you use chalk paint or the Waverly brand that you can get at Walmart, I do like that. It has a lot. It has really good coverage. But I didn't want to pull that out, so I'm just using what I had, and this was handy, so this is what I was using. Okay. I think we're good. I'm gonna let that dry for a second. Probably reuse that brush if I remember that I put white on it. I don't know. What do you think? Do I need to do another coat of white? I think we're probably okay. What do you think? Another coat? That was 2, so maybe, yeah. Okay. Jess, I saw that you got a new job, that you're working at one of the rehab places or something. So I do appreciate you guys sticking around with me and watching this. The buffalo plaid turned out good. Now we're gonna see how the words go. I can already tell that I'm gonna have a little bit of bleeding with it, but it's okay. All right. Yes, it's bad there. That's not good. All right. Are you guys ready? Let's see what this looks like. If I can even see where my... Okay, so that's stinking cute. Ah! All right, so this is where like a toothpick or something would be handy. I can get my picks out, but I'm not gonna worry about it. I'm just gonna use my fingernails. If you don't have fingernails, grab you a toothpick. Oh, this is cute. Even with the little bleeding on it. And as much trouble as I had with the transfer tape. Oh my gosh. Guys, you gotta do something. Trying to find the best one so it's not so challenging for you guys, so I can send these in kits and be like, here you go, this is how you do it. And I record some videos. So anyway. Oh, guys, how cute is this? Places where I thought it was going to bleed, it did not bleed. But where I got it out of the lines is because I wasn't paying attention to where my stencil was. I don't know if you can see that or not, but there's a little piece up there that I got a little carried away right there. But other than that, this is, oh, I'm going the wrong way. This is cute. I like it. What do you guys think? Let me turn this off here. It says it looks too cute. This is awesome. This is so cute. I am liking the green plaid. Now, I think that turned out good. What do you guys think of the green and black check? This is buffalo plaid, by the way, Jessica. It's basically where you have the checkered look. This is also considered buffalo plaid, and it would have been better buffalo plaid if I would have used two different colors and you could see it a lot better. Like, for instance, black or something underneath it. But yeah. So, okay. I'm thinking it's done. I might take a little piece of sandpaper and go over just a little bit where I got out of the lines. But other than that, man, I'm pretty pleased with this, and I actually think I'm gonna set this up on my little shelf thingy, and I'm gonna call it good. But now I want to go play with a whole bunch of other colors for buffalo plaid. So I know the traditional ones are the red and black and the white and black, but I don't know. What about like maybe teal and purple, or um, blue and white or something? Ooh, I don't know. What colors would you guys do as a background? God, look at all this trash. I'm thinking, that's what I think. I'm thinking maybe trying a couple different colors. I could just flip this board over and really do the same thing on the back side. Besides the fact that I don't have any more stencils cut, but I could just flip it over and paint the back side, playing with the buffalo with the check. This is cute. What do you think, love? So, anyways, thanks for hanging out with me, guys. I hope you learned something. And if you try something like this, even if it's just on a piece of paper and you want to try it, shoot me a picture so I can see how it turned out. And again, you now have the video so you can go back and watch what I did. So, again, thanks for hanging out with me, guys. Bye. Enjoy the rest of your Sunday.